Yo, what's going on, guys? Crispy Flakes here. Welcome to Scenarios. This is where we look at the things in the NBA that are never going to happen, but we're just kind of wondering what if. And be sure to like this video, guys, because after this episode, we are going to be uploading what would happen if James Harden was never traded from the OKC Thunder. And guys, let's give this video 100 likes for the number of years it's been. 100 years since James Harden has actually shaved his beard. I'm looking very forward to doing that episode, guys. But this time around, and this one's going to take a little bit of an explanation. We are looking at Kobe Bryant if he was never traded from the Charlotte Hornets. Yes, I see it's the Pelicans, right? But here's what it is. Okay, I did not know this. Some of my subscribers let me know this. Okay, so Kobe was drafted, what, 1996 to the Charlotte Hornets. He was then traded to the Lakers. The Hornets then went to the New Orleans Hornets, where they then gave the Charlotte Hornets back their name, and they were the Bobcats, and then the Pelicans were New Orleans, but this is really the Bobcats. Make sense? If it doesn't, I'm sorry. This is the right team, guys. That's all I gotta say. If Kobe were to be on this team today, it would be on this team with Anthony Davis. And I also went ahead and I did throwback Kobe, because nobody cares about broken down Kobe. We all love him, of course. Maybe you don't. But we want to see Kobe at his best. How would he affect this kind of team? And he's still out west, but man, this Kobe card, dude, give me this in my team or something, because this card is freaking insane. Like, we need this card in my team right now. 94 mid-range shots. Kobe's never been a great three-point shooter. He's more like a hot three-point shooter. You know, when he gets going, he gets going. But man, this card is good, guys. And then, you know, looking at the stats of that year, when Kobe was in his prime, let me pull that up here real quick. Career stats. You know, back in 2000, 2001, he averaged 28.5 points per game, got some rebounds, about 6 rebounds, a few assists a game. Shot 46%. Three-point game was not that great. I mean, let's be honest. You know, keep it 100, man. 30%. But how would he be in the NBA today if he was still on the Charlotte Hornets, a.k.a. the Pelicans, because that's the team now. So, of course, this team's got Drew Holiday, pretty solid point guard. I think those two would be well together, a good, solid backcourt. I mean, Drew Holiday does not demand the ball. We all know Kobe does. And, you know, Drew Holiday can, of course, I think he's a really good playmaker, and he's a good shooter. So, you know, if the ball's in Kobe's hands, then it would be a very good kick-out point guard to work with, and decent passing skills too, because we all know Kobe's not going to pass. Although he did have 5 assists, so I'll give him respect for that. Don't really know much about, was this Dante? Yeah, Dante Cunningham, good spot-up shooter, that's about it. And then, of course, this is the Shaq of this team. This is Kobe's Shaq if he were to play today on this team, man, and that is Anthony Davis. The best power forward in the league, I think. Right up there with Blake Griffin, at least. You know, Blake Griffin's having a hell of a season. Anthony Davis, I would probably say, is, you know, having a very good season still, but Blake Griffin's really playing good too. But I would still give the notch to Anthony Davis as best power forward in the league. If you disagree, I respect that. And then, of course, you know, they got a pretty good solid bench to put around Kobe here. So, let's go ahead and simulate the season. I assume this team's going to make the playoffs. Before we start here, I'm going to guess a record out west of 50 and 32. That'd be 82 games, right? I think it's how many games it is. Math, I don't know. Let's go with 50 and 32 with this team. Just because the Pelicans are not great right now, and Anthony Davis is really good, and so is Kobe. But I think they're good for about 50 wins out west. And I'm gonna guess, I'm not gonna say a championship. I think they're going to lose to the Thunder in the Western Conference Finals if it works out that way. So let's go ahead and simulate this. Simulate through date, and just see what they do. Who knows? Maybe Kobe meshes together perfectly with this team, judging by this 5-game winning streak so far. And maybe they'll just go off and just sweep the playoffs and do really good. I mean, Kobe is Kobe Bryant. Like, you can't count him out. I just, you know, think about when players get older. You know, Kobe's been in the league for, what, 19, 20 years now? Think about when he first entered the league and was really in his prime 10 years ago. You know, 10 years ago, I was about 13, 14 years old. I'm 23 now, going on 24. And I will admit, I didn't really get to watch him in his prime when I knew basketball the best. So, he doesn't... I still like Kobe a lot. He just doesn't mean as much to me as he does probably to some other people out there. The thing I know the most about Kobe, you know, I haven't really watched him a lot because I live out on the East Coast, so a lot of those games are past my bedtime and not even on TV for me. But, man, 2004 Pistons. Yeah, you Laker fans know what's up with that. 2004 Pistons, that's my best Kobe memory, was beating Kobe. Beating one of the greatest basketball players of all time, along with Shaquille O'Neal. I think Robert Horry was on that team, I believe. He might have been in the Spurs by then. And then, of course, you know, I think I said Shaq, and then Derek Fisher, guys like that. I think D. Fisher was on that team. I know Karl Malone was. I believe Gary Payton was too. That was a really good team, though, and man, my Pistons, that was beautiful to watch. Beautiful to watch. I was definitely a young blood, though. I was probably about, what, 12, 13 years old, so even that, you know, still good memories, but I don't remember it that great. And looking at the record here, I think they're going to beat my 50 wins. I think this team is really meshing well together. They're definitely going on streaks. You know, it's like they go on like a 5-6 game win streak, then they lose one game. So they're definitely making a push, being the first team overall here. So I'm kind of curious what kind of stats Kobe's going to put up, because besides for Anthony Davis, not a lot of ball-dominant players on this Pelicans Hornets team. So I think Kobe's going to average about 30 points on this team here. And yeah, we definitely exceeded my 50 wins. We might actually hit 60. Except I always jinx the team, so we probably won't. Come on, give us that 60, man. Give us that 60 wins. There we go. We got 60 and 15. We still got a few more games left here, so this team is dominant with Kobe on there. It's amazing what difference one player makes, you know? Because if we were to simulate this Pelican season, and of course Kevin Durant always win the MVP, but if we were to simulate this Pelican season, it just would not be the same. But KD, MVP, Manu Mudiay, Tyreek Evans, 6th man of the year. Okay, because that's who would have started if Kobe was not on this team. So, yeah, Tyreek Evans. There we go. Switch it up a little bit. It's usually Josh Smith right there for some reason. And then Kobe did not make NBA All-First Team. Okay, wow. That's very surprising, actually. Did not make NBA All-Second Team. Did not make NBA All-Third Team. That's... okay. Whatever you say, 2K. Let's check out the stats real quick, I guess. Player stats. 20 points, 21 points a game for Kobe in his prime with this team? I mean, yo, this team played great. Don't get me wrong, guys. I mean, Kobe's going to be averaging about 25 points at least. At least, man. 96 overall, I guess. I don't know if I buy it, but regardless, the record's still good. Anthony Davis played great. Tyreek Evans, you know, did pretty good, too. Of course, he got 6th man of the year. Drew Holiday, okay, solid numbers. Not to come in, kind of surprising there. So really just, the reason we did so well is because everybody did well. It was not really a star effort from anybody, which is kind of surprising. And real quick, man, I want to take a quick look at the, okay, so we finished 66 and 16. Yo, we got 3 60-win teams out here in the West. How bad did the Lakers do without Kobe? How bad, man? 33 and 49. Not bad. I mean, it's not horrible. I mean, I think they actually did better than what they actually are going to do, maybe. But okay, playoff time, guys. Against Houston Rockets. Let's go ahead and simulate the whole entire playoffs here. Simulate playoffs. Let's not get swept. Let's not get swept. Okay, we got New Orleans and the... okay. Damn it. The Thunder's always have to make it. It's like in the logarithm, guys. The Thunder must make it to the finals. That's just how it is in this game. So, the Hawks won. Okay, I take it back. The Hawks actually won. They swept them, guys. Oh, my God. The Hawks swept the Spurs. Okay, that's pretty surprising. So according to 2K, you know, we went out the first seed overall, and we lost in the second round to the Thunder. So, I mean, I still think Kobe would average about 25, 30 points per game in this NBA if he was in his prime. But hey, you know, that's just my thoughts. What do you guys think? Be sure to leave me your scenarios in the comment section below. And next episode, remember, we are going to be looking at if James Harden was back on the OKC Thunder. I imagine they are going to win the championship, but stay tuned to find out. Peace out, my friends.